Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Claire, if you're new here, and today I am going through a week in review. So we're currently Monday, January 13th, and I'm just doing a quick review of the last week, just so I can see where did I land in terms of what I plan to do, and then set up my week for this week. So looking here, just at a glance, so you can see I've got quite a lot of stuff here on my to-do list that's not highlighted, and a lot of stuff that's not highlighted throughout the week. So as I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I'm still getting over being sick, so I was kind of finding I could maybe do one or two things a day, and then I would lose my energy and need to rest. And then also Friday, Saturday, I was in bed pretty much the entire day, so I didn't wind up doing any of my goals for those days. But without further ado, I'll kind of get into what I had planned and what I did. So the highest priority item on my list, I had my ethics class. So I wanted to do the third module and then complete the first assignment. There's 3 assignments for this course and a final exam. And I had a really strict deadline of having that completed by Thursday the 9th. And then I needed to request an extension on that course, but I could not do that until this assignment was completed. This was a course that I had started back in September at the beginning of the semester. I was planning on doing all of my courses in tandem, and then I decided to do them one at a time. So to get this assignment done, I kind of had to go through, review the first couple modules, read the chapters for the third module, and then do the assignment that kind of covered all of that material. I did get that done. I have requested my extension. I got my mark back on that and I did decent, so I'm happy with that. And then I'm just waiting for my extension confirmation, which will hopefully come through pretty quickly. For the statistics course, I think I mentioned when I added this, I probably wouldn't get to it just with ethics being my top priority, but I put it here as a just in case. So all of this is being moved to the current week that I'm on now, with the hopes of doing the final exam this week and just having that be my sole focus for school. In terms of my personal life goals, I didn't play my instrument. I did my card practice, and I did that on a Monday intentionally just to make sure it got done, and I think that's what I need to do with some of these other ones as well, is do them earlier in the week. In terms of books, I believe I read 2 books. So I finished His by Aubrey Dark, and I believe I finished another book as well. Oh yes, I did. So on Friday when I was in bed, I wound up reading the new book from a series that I was reading, and I think it was called The Puck Decoy. So I did read 2 books there, and then I've got a couple other books that I'm reading or listening to the audiobook version, but that is something that I finished on Friday. I read the full book. Read Puck Decoy, and that was a book that was released on the 10th, so that was the day that it was released. And then the next book in the series isn't going to be out until April, but I'll probably read that one as well. I really enjoyed it. My vision board, so this is something that I kind of chipped away at throughout the week. So on Monday I went through and I did a Pinterest board. So I was just looking at, based on my goals I set for the year, what are the types of things that I'm wanting to do. I got some images all pinned to a new 2025 vision board that I made in Pinterest. And then essentially what I did was on the Tuesday, I went through and I added screenshots of all of the images from Pinterest just into a Word doc. And then I wound up printing those on Thursday. And then yesterday I spent time cutting those all out and creating my vision board. So that's all done. It's on my wall. I feel really happy having that done. A big focus for me this year is just to actively live life a little bit more. So get out of the house, do things, participate. Travel, explore, try new things, those kind of vibes. In terms of my business goals, I didn't get any of those done. I did look into my 2025 business goals a little bit, but the other items that I have here, aside from the YouTube videos posting daily, I left those for the week just as I was really trying to focus on my ethics course because that was a hard deadline. And then essentially after I finished that, I was pretty much a write-off for the rest of the week, just in terms of how I was feeling health-wise. And then I will go through and add the YouTube videos that I uploaded each of those days. I had a couple flip throughs this week, so I did a flip through of this planner. I did a flip through of the Erin Condren budget planner that I'm using for 2025. And then just for comparison, I did a flip through of the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck planner, which is from last year, but just as a nice comparison to kind of see the different options that are available. So that's essentially how my week went. I did a good filming day on the Monday. I added some links to some of my YouTube videos. Again, ethics was the biggest focus for the week, and then I did apply for a bunch of jobs on Thursday as well. In terms of my 2 walks a day, so just with how I was feeling with my health, I didn't get to that. But again, I'm going to add that for this week and see if I can ramp up. So on Monday, I did do the 2 walks. On Tuesday, I didn't do 2 walks, but I did like a really long evening walk. So I counted that as the equivalent of doing 2. And then the rest of the week, all I could manage to muster myself up for was just doing the evening walk. So I didn't get as far along on that, but I'm glad I got a couple of days where I got kind of some good progress. And then looking at the overall week here, so this goes into the 12th. So I did get my YouTube videos all the way up to the 12th uploaded daily. So doing really good on that one. And then I did the equivalent of the 2 walks a day on the 6th and the 7th. So feeling pretty good there. Looking at my business stuff. So I didn't get anything done, but I did do the daily videos on YouTube for the week. For school, so I didn't do anything on statistics. Finance course, I didn't get anything done. I did get the result that I believe that was this week, where one of the courses I requested to challenge was denied, so I do have to take that full marketing course. The portfolio is for later in the month, so both finance and the management portfolio, I was thinking kind of the second half of January. And then what I did wind up adding here is ethics course, which it's got 3 assignments and 1 final, and I finished a quarter of that because I got the first assignment done. So that's something I'm kind of adding. In terms of the personal goals, so practicing instruments 2 walks a day, deep in journal practice. So I am going to give myself a little bit of a mark for that one because I have been going through and doing a little bit more intentional journal practice. And then in terms of my cards, I also went through and I did do my card practice on the Monday. I did get through the 2nd week of being on track with my books read, and I am starting a nonfiction book today for this week because I want to get 1 nonfiction book and 1 physical book. And the nonfiction book I'm reading is called The Working Genius. I've had it for ages. I've done my assessment and all of that of like what are my strengths. So I just like to read the book. Creating paint, drawing, I didn't do that. Spending time by the ocean. On one of our walks, we did go and kind of spend some time sitting by the ocean. So pretty good there. In terms of my top priority, statistics course, which as I mentioned, I'm going to try to finish this week. And that would still be on track with getting my statistics course done the first half of the month, and then my finance course the second half. So feeling good with that. Daily YouTube videos, that's fully on track. 2 walks a day, slowly starting to ramp that up. And then my finance course, as I mentioned before, that's the second half of the month. So overall, considering I have been sick for the past 2 weeks, pretty happy with my progress. And I'm really hoping and feeling motivated for this week that I'm going to be able to get a decent amount of progress made kind of across the board. So fingers crossed on that. Thank you so much for watching. If you did make it this far, I would really appreciate it if you could give the video a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little notification bell so that you're notified each time that I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful week ahead.